Hi Floss Tube, I'm Sally, StitchySally here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Today is Wednesday the 14th of September 2022 and this is Floss Tube number 33. A very warm welcome to my Floss Tube, whether you are a new viewer or a returning viewer. And I would like to say welcome to my new subscribers. I've had a few recently. I've had a couple of shout outs, and I know Yaz mentioned me in her latest video, but I can't for the life of me remember who else did, so I do apologise. I really should make a note of it, but I didn't. So I've got a few bits and pieces to show you today, so I'm just going to get on with it and show you what I've been stitching over the past couple of weeks. So I do have a couple of FFOs. You have seen one of them on Instagram, the other one, if you follow me on Instagram of course. The other one I haven't shown. So this one is Erica Michael's Ebenezer's Blessing. This should actually be stitched on silk gauze, but I decided I didn't want to do that because I just don't think I could do silk gauze. I forgot to bring the chart to show you, but I'm sure you'll be able to find it online if you want to have a look. So I stitched this on 36 count picture this plus mellow, using some of the called for, and then I just picked out some fancy floss that I had in my stash. I think it's only about five colours I think, but I didn't do the filling around Christmas. I just left it, and then I've just backed it in some fabric that I got in a fat quarter bundle from the works last year. So that's that finish, fully finish. And then, if you remember last time I said I've been around the charity shops and managed to pick up just one frame. It was a little tight actually getting this. Oops, sorry, glare. So that is Blackbird Designs Our Lasting Friendship, which I stitched last year, and I knew this frame was going to be a little bit too big for it really, so I just popped some lace up the top and the bottom just to narrow it up a little bit, and you can see there the initials of some of my closest stitching friends. And the SW there, that can either stand for me or my stitching friend Sue, because we've got the same initial. So that is that. Very, very pleased with that. And that frame was £2.50 from the local Lion shop. It had a print in it, which Jess has claimed she liked that, so she's claimed that. So now I just need to find somewhere to put it. Oops. So I have had a couple of finishes since last time, and the first one is Barbara Anna Designs Winged Dreams, which I started as a mystery cell, and that is stitched on 32 count Colonial Blue Murano by Zweigart, using all the called for threads apart from the Krynic, because I'm not buying the Krynic just for a little bit, it's just not worth it. So, and I am absolutely chuffed to bits with that, love it loads. So I'm hoping that by the time I film again I should have her fully finished. I'm just going to pop her in a hoop. I think she's just absolutely beautiful. Love her to bits. And then my other finish is this one, Jardin Prive Isle of Sheep. which was a wee gift from Alice and Stitch and Whippet on Instagram. And I stitched this in the Called For DMC. And this is just on a piece of linen that I pulled from my stash. I don't know what colour it is. It doesn't show up very well on there. It is like a lilac-y colour. And I haven't ironed it because I'm not ready to finish it yet, and I'll iron it when I'm ready to do that. So I'm really pleased with how this is stitched up. It is absolutely beautiful. Love it to bits. It is just so cute. Love those sheep, love the girl, love the house, love the bird. Just love everything. So that's my second finish. So then, because I've finished the sheep, my sheep stitch, I have a planned, I don't know what those threads for behind there. I have a planned new start, which is going to be the Prairie Schooler 2019 Santa, because it's got sheep on it, so that will do for my Friday night sheep stitch. And I'm stitching this on the 18 count, I think it's just an 18 count row, I believe. Yeah, so I had it in my stash, so I thought I might as well just use it, so I'm going to use that. And then the Called For DMCs, which are not all in there because some of them are in other projects. So that's going to be my planned new start for Friday. And then I have another new start. This was not a planned new start. So, as you will know, last Thursday the sad news came that our beloved Queen had passed away at the age of 96. It just feels so strange to know that she is no longer here. It's like losing a mum or a dad. Or my mum was a year older than the Queen, so yeah, it's like losing her all over again. Everything just feels so strange. It doesn't feel right anymore. I've cried a lot, like many other people, and like a lot of people, not only in this country but in the Commonwealth and worldwide. She is all we've ever known, and it's just so sad, incredibly sad. And so of course we now have a king, King Charles III, and I have every faith that he will do a fantastic job of being our monarch. He has had the Queen's guidance. He became heir to the throne at the age of 3. So yeah, I think he's going to be an amazing king. I've tried to watch bits and pieces on the TV. We don't tend to watch the news as we used to, because when COVID came along we just didn't want to. We didn't want to watch it. But I have tried to watch bits and pieces and catch up or on YouTube with bits and pieces, and it's just, I just get emotional every time. So yeah, very, very sad time for everybody who supports the royal family and loves the royal family. So I decided on a new start to commemorate her. It was actually Michelle Mama Loves You GB who put it up on Instagram. So it's hashtag God Save the Queen Sal. And I don't particularly think you have to do this one, but this is the one that she chose. And it's Annie Bayliss 1887 by Hands Across the Sea Samplers, which I'm sure many of you will have seen before. This is actually my very first printed booklet from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. I've had a PDF before, but I decided that I wanted this as a printed booklet, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It really is absolutely gorgeous, so beautifully set out. So I made a very small start on this yesterday, and rather than stitch it in red, and I know this isn't going to show up, yes it shows up blue and it isn't blue, it's a very, very, I wish it would show up, it's a very beautiful purple. If you look on my Instagram, there is a better picture, it will show up far better. And this is Weeks Dye Works Purple Majesty. I really do wish, but I just don't think. No, nothing that I do is going to make it show up on this horrible camera. So yeah, I just picked out a piece of fabric in my stash. There is an awful lot of over one on this chart, so I wanted something that hopefully I can manage. So I think this is a 28 count. I'm not entirely sure. Like I say, it's just a piece that I picked from my stash. It's just the piece that I had. I haven't cut it down or anything because I am going to make some changes. Now I know a lot of people think that reproduction samplers should not be changed in any way, shape or form, but there are people out there who think, and that's fine, make it, you know, more personalised to you or whatever. So I am going to be making some changes. So that's just my small start. Like I said, that is not showing up at all. It's a beautiful purple. So yeah, I'm going to make some changes. I have charted out what I want to do with it, and I'm also using Nicola's. I should be using Nicola's. Nicola has charted the initials for the Queen to go on this as well, so I will be using that. But I very, very stupidly sat yesterday afternoon with the Brenda Keyes sampler book, charting out what I wanted to put on this in one of those alphabets, then just looked and thought, what are you doing? There's upper and lower case on this. How stupid can you get? So yes, that is my small start on my piece to commemorate the Queen. And I also want to do something to commemorate the King as well. And I can't get used to saying King, I keep saying Prince. Right, my next new start, well I say my next new start, this was actually a new start before I started that one. I started this, whoops, oh my word, last Wednesday. Sorry, I'm just pulling everything out here. And it is Barbara Anna Designs Samhain Dreams from the PMPS magazine, the fall 2022, autumn as we say over here. And again, I'm using all the called for DMCs, but I'm not using the Krynic. And the fabric, the called for fabric is sparkle grey, 32 count Belfast linen sparkle grey silver, which I'd actually purchased for something else as well. So, and obviously there's plenty. So there is my start. And I really enjoyed stitching this. It's stitching up really, really nice. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy that. Yaz has already finished it. She's such a stitching machine, is Yaz. She's amazing. So yeah, really, really like that. Right, so let's try and get... I've got a few Barbaras kitted up in here, so I'm just trying... Oh, now I've thrown stuff on the floor. It's alright, I'll just pick that up because I'll forget it's there. to think actually whether I actually showed any haul last time. Did I show haul last time? No, and I've not brought it with me. I didn't show the haul for the fact that I picked up. I don't think I mentioned it last time. I picked up Barbara Anna Dear Dreams, and that's what I also bought that fabric for. I knew there was more that I needed to get out. I'm not going to go get it. So then onto my wicks. Not anything much different to show on this one. The Scarlett House No Place Like Home. I'm stitching it in mostly fancy flosses, and just DMC for the black because I didn't have any of the flosses for the black, and I did change the house colour. So again, just stitching on my black and white. 22 rows. I've stopped at 20 because it's just driving me mad and I just want to get it finished now, so I've just got the black to fill in. But it just seems to take forever to do just those few rows at the bottom there. So that might be a finish next week, depending, because I normally stitch this on a Monday, but obviously next Monday is the Queen's funeral, so I might stitch on Annie Bayliss instead that day. So that is that one. Sorry, just putting it away. And then we have Bent Creek, Look for the Beauty. And this is such a joy to stitch. It really, really is. I'm using the DMC conversion on the chart, but I have swapped out one of the greens because it was just too dark. This picture is lightened up an awful lot. So I'm stitching this on the Called For 32 count Vintage Country Mocha, and that is where I am at. So as you can see, I've completed the house, started this tree here, I've started these flowers down here, and I just think that is so damn pretty. Absolutely love it. So there is still quite a bit to stitch on that yet, but I'm really, really enjoying it. I am so pleased that I scrapped the Moons of 2022 because I just was not enjoying it, and this is a joy to stitch, so I'm much happier with that now. And then my next one, which I had made a very, very small start on last time, is from Blackbird Designs The Winds of Autumn, and it's this one here, October 31st. And I'm stitching this with a gassed onyx, and I think if I purchased this fabric, and I think purchased it from Sharon, Shaz Brews, and I think it's a 35 count vintage grey, and that is where I have got. Really enjoying this, and it's stitching up quite quickly as well. a lot quicker than I expected, to be honest. Sorry for the creases, but I'm just not going to keep ironing things to show on Floss Tube, because I just don't think it'll do it any good. That's just how I feel. So yeah, because I think last time I had just got the tiniest bit of the 3 started. So I love that. Absolutely love it. And last time I said that I was going, when I finished this, I was going back to the Garden Club series to do the last one, which was all in a row. It's not all in a row because I've already stitched that. The last one is Sweet Home. Not all in a row. Whoops. Oh, they're going to fall off the chair. Freddie's asleep. That's why it's gone very quiet, because he's gone to sleep. It's a hard life being a budgie. And then the next whip is, October 31st I am stitching with my lovely friend Lainey on a Saturday for our BBD song. And this one is Blackbird Designs What Remains, which I'm stitching with my lovely friends Barb and Mouse. We are all stitching the same design. Barb still isn't well with her trap nerve in her neck, so yeah, she keeps trying, which is a bit naughty really, but yeah, and I know just how she feels. I think it's just, you don't want to miss out on your stitching. I wouldn't want to be honest. But so I'm stitching this in all the called for, but I did swap the colour of the house from Schneckley to Whiskey. I won't show you the threads because you've seen them many times before. And that is where I'm up to. So I've completed the flower in the middle there. So I'm just started to do the greenery. I've done the bird, and I've done this flower down here. I really, really like that. Love how it's stitching up. So yeah, still quite a lot to do, but just, as I said before, just enjoying the journey of my stitching. I'm going to put that over there because that will probably end up on the floor. And my final whip I can get it out, is Modern Folk Embroidery Move Forward in Love, which is the Pride Sal for 2022. And I am stitching the monochrome version, but in a variegated thread. So it's a DMC Colorist that I'm using, and it's 4511. And this is 25 count vintage sand, and that's where I'm up to. So not too much more to go now, but these motifs, they do take quite a bit of stitching. I'm really enjoying that. I'm just enjoying everything. I'm just enjoying everything that I'm stitching at the moment, which sometimes it doesn't happen like that. Sometimes you do just get fed up of what you're stitching. But yeah, I like that. I think it's a lovely design. So that is all my stitching. So as I said to my planned new start will be that. And then, as I've said before, in October, I'm going to be starting Erica Michael's Stitch All the Things with Dawn Frosty X Stitch, Elaine Ellie Stitcher, and also Amy from Amy J Creations is joining us as well. I hope I've got that right, Amy. I will put all the details down below. And possibly Lisa S Stitches. She would like to join us, providing she can get hold of the chart. So I'm quite looking forward to that, and I do actually think I'm going to use purples. I'm going to copy Dawn and use purples, but just not sure what purples yet. I might change my mind. Yet, so watch this space. And as you'll know if you've watched my previous videos, I took part in August cross stitch camp. Sorry, summer cross stitch camp, which is the brainchild of Sherry the Colorado cross stitcher, and I actually won one of the prize bundles for August, so that was such a lovely surprise. Could not believe it that I had won. So I'm really looking forward to receiving my prize bundle. It was a bundle of charts, and some lovely charts in there that I could see. I couldn't see them all, so I will share that when it arrives, because obviously it's coming from the US to the UK, and sometimes things can be a bit slow. So I shall show you that when it arrives. I'm quite looking forward to that. And also I would like to mention a new floss tuber, another Sally. Hi Sally. And it's I've written it down because I know I'll get it the wrong way around if I hadn't written it down. It's Flossy Sews and Grows. And I have followed Sally on Instagram for a bit. Not too long, but a bit. And yeah, I watched her first floss tube last week and thoroughly enjoyed it. She shows a lot of the finishes that she's done and the whips that she's got, and she has got some beautiful stuff finished and that she's stitching as well, and she's really lovely to listen to. Seems like a really nice person, so do pop across and give her some love. I have been watching a few floss tubes recently, but I haven't written any of them down, so I'm not going to mention anybody in case I miss somebody out. But yeah, do go and give Sally Flossy Sews and Grows a watch and subscribe. Drop her a comment, tell her that I sent you if you come from me, or should I say if you go over there from me. So yeah, pop across. I'll put a link to her. Sorry, I'm shaking my laptop. To her floss tube down below. Life update. Been pretty. Obviously, if you don't want to watch, just skip past this. Things have been a bit meh recently. Yeah, we've got a problem with our kitchen extension, and I know it happens. The previous owners had the kitchen extension done in the 70s, I believe. Looking at the stuff that we got back when we paid our mortgage off, it looks like they got planning permission for it in about 1975, 74, so they'll have done it not long after that, I would think. But we've now got cracks that have appeared in the kitchen, and one is quite a significant crack. Crack at one side, crack at the other side, where the extension joins the house. Crack where the extension joins where the outbuildings, like the coal house and the toilet, which is no longer a coal house and a toilet, and cracks on the floor, cracks where it's just pulled a ceramic tile apart. It's pulled ceramic tile apart on the big crack on the wall. It's coming away outside where it's joined to the house, where it's joined to the outbuildings. And I had heard that a lot of insurance companies won't pay out for subsidence, so that was kind of like, God, what we're going to do? We haven't got the money to pay out. We don't want to take out a loan. We can't particularly afford to take out a loan. But we are in touch with our insurance company. Well, my husband is. And asked a lot of questions. They've put us in touch with, I believe, the people who will have a look at it and do the work if they deem it necessary or whatever. So my husband needed to email some photos to them, and then he's going to be having a video call with them next week, which is kind of weird because I just think surely it would be better off to come and have a look and see what's what. But anyway, so yeah, that's been quite a worry because it is going to cost a lot of money, I think, because it's not just sorting out the movement, it's also sorting out the damage that it's done. And I'm kind of like, I'm in a bit of a, oh my God, what if they need to rip the kitchen out and redo the kitchen, because oh my God, it's just. But anyway, what will be, whatever they have to do, they're going to have to do it. So yeah, that was a bit of a bugger when you think your kitchen's going to fall down. I should have said part of your kitchen. So yeah, we shall see what happens with that. It's all fun and games, isn't it, when you're a homeowner? So I think that is that. So thank you very, very much for coming by to watch. If you have, obviously if you haven't, you won't know what I'm saying. So I will hopefully be back in a couple of weeks. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you to, as I said, to my new subscribers, to everybody who's kept with me from the beginning or even so far through. People who watch me every week, thank you so much for doing that. You are appreciated more than you could ever know. So I will see you all next time, and stay safe and take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.